Hey, my name is Paul and I'm going to be installing Phastek light kit, the fog lights for a 2015 LS Camaro. So those are the factory, and we're going to switch them out into the Phastek that just arrived, super fast. I ordered them 2 days ago and they just got here. These are the tools it says you're going to need. You're going to need a 20 Torx bit driver, a 7mm socket, a small flat blade screwdriver, 10mm socket, 13mm socket, and a 3/16 Allen wrench. Side cutters, I don't know what those are yet because I'm doing this as I'm filming it, so I guess when we get there we'll figure it out. So according to the instructions, you turn your wheel to the inside starting on the passenger side, and you take out the Torx screws on the inside. So inside the passenger wheel well, 3 Torx head T20 screws. I'm going to undo those. Alright, now we're going to take out the 20 mils, or the 7 mil underneath the front bezel under here. Alright, I already took out one over here, so these two come out. I'm going to take these out next. I like using the Harbor Freight magnetic screw keeper. It keeps all your stuff together. Easy to keep stuff organized. Alright, now we're going to remove the fog light bezels. There's, you gotta take out 1, 2, 3, 4 little spots to try this out. I'm going to set the camera, hopefully you can see it. I just push down and push out. There we go. Alright, we're out. Okay, so the instructions say we're going to install the new fog light housings. They are per side. This is what is in the box. Just opened it up. That's the wiring harness. This must be the new bezel cover or housing. And this should be the fog light. Alright, here's what's inside the box. New fog lights. The light bulb is already installed. They also said there is a left and right side. So as I'm looking on the back here, this says RH right here. I'm guessing that's right. And LH right there. I'm guessing that's left. It says that the adjustment hole should be towards the top. So we're going to install this next. Alright, so it says to install it from the front of the vehicle. The one labeled RH is the passenger side because the hole goes towards the top and it just fits in like that. Alright, just snapped right in. Didn't really make an audible click, but it's not pulling back out, so it looks pretty good. Alright, here we go. We're going to install it. We got to line up the adjuster screw with this hole and just slide it in. That's what it looks like. Alright, looks good. Let's check the inside. Alright. Okay, now we're going to remove the hood latch cover. 1, 2, 3, 4 10 mil screws. This is so we can route the cabling under here, is what it says. So we don't lose them. And we also need to remove these 6 plastic clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As soon as those are out, we'll film again. So I've got the little plugs out. So I pulled the plugs out, but then I need to separate these. So I'm pulling up on that to separate from the plate itself. There we go. And now the hood plate should just come on out. Well, if I figure out any tricks to get it out easier, I'll tell you in a second. So the easiest way to do this was I aligned this with this, pulled it forward, lifted this straight up, and then pulled it out, and it came out relatively easy. So I guess the next thing is wiring, which I'll look at the instructions and we'll do that next. Alright, so this is the wiring harness that came with it. It says that the relay and the red wires stay up top, and we run this down the fender well right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll pick it up again. Alright, here's the next step. Taking the main connector to the T connector. This had to come off, this retainer clip. That was a pain because it was really tight in there, and then it just pulls off. Then the T fit to the main connector like that. And then this goes to the main connector of the Camaro. I'm going to put this down, hopefully you can see it. Alright, on to the next step. Okay, next step is to plug in the short wire into the passenger side. It has a little slit, goes facing out like that, and just, there we go. Then we're going to route this long wire along the top of the steel frame that we just took the cover off. So that'll be the next step. Okay, now I'm starting on side 2, so pulling this out. 3 screws here. I think maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I think you could probably just take one of these screws off here, just enough to get in here. I think that's enough space. So if I don't have to take them all off, I might not, we'll see. And then I'm also gonna see this if this gives me enough room to get my cables in there as well. Okay, same procedure as the other side. Took the bezel cover out. I'm gonna stretch these out a little bit so they fit in these little holes well. Last time it was kind of hard to get in without giving them a little bend, and just this goes up and I'm going to look on the inside to make sure this one did not go in. I can see it, so I'm going to pull it back out. Alright, it's in, it's solid. I think that was definitely you got to watch for that. They tend to bend because they're soft and flexible, so just make sure they get in every single hole, and then it should be solid. So now we're just going to put the light in again. Adjustment hole needs to line up, and just shove it in. There we go. Looks good. Alright, feels good. Now to get our cable over here and plug it in. Should be done. Alright, when I was routing the cables up here where they suggested, I found my cable was too short. So there's a support right here for the bumper. I just ran some aircraft cable through it so I could fish it through. And I'm going to fish it through the other side. That should give me plenty of space. And then I don't have to, you probably wouldn't have to take off that, the top part of the hood either if you do it this way. So that's just my experience, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm just fishing the wire through. I zip tied it so it won't come off. There we go, perfect. And then we're going to plug it in right there. Got to unsnip my zip ties. Okay, next step is the power terminal. So open the fuse box. That is our power terminal. We take the red cable from our wiring harness here. I'm going to unscrew this and plug it in. I'm going to make sure it runs through this little hole so I don't pinch it or anything like that as well. So I'll do that and we'll resume filming in a second. Alright, putting the last turn. That's your 13mm right there. Power terminal is now connected. And supposedly we should be able to turn it on and get some fog lights. I also zip tied my harness here and here at the top, just so we would get a good solid factory look. It wouldn't be dangling around or anything like that. And here's the final product with the Phastek lights installed. They come on when your headlights come on. You don't have to do any other switches. Love the way it looks. Super, super, super cool. Thanks for watching.